It's the first week of January. Margaret, age 72, is seated at her kitchen table. She's been hearing the news everywhere on television. Social Security is rising 2.8% in 2026. She worked out the figures in her mind. She was hoping for a bit more comfort this year, so she signs into her bank account to look at her January deposit. And she pauses. The increase is there, but it's so tiny. Where did the remainder go? She expected more. The figure on her screen doesn't line up with the figure she calculated. If you felt that very same confusion this month, you are not imagining things, and you are not alone. Millions of seniors are wondering the exact same thing right now. Today, I'm going to explain to you precisely what happened to your money, and the single mistake that could cost some of you hundreds of dollars more. I am Edward. For years now, my entire job has involved studying the fine print so that you won't have to. The rules surrounding Social Security and Medicare are written in a way that is genuinely confusing. Sometimes it almost feels intentional. So here's my commitment to you today. I'm going to explain in plain language exactly why your raise appears smaller than you expected. I'll walk you through the official figures, taken directly from the government's own documents. And I'll share 3 simple actions to safeguard every dollar you're owed. But please, stay with me through to the finish, because there's one hidden mistake that some seniors are making right now that can quietly cost them hundreds of dollars each and every month. Most folks never even realize it's happening. I'll show you how to recognize it and how to correct it. Let me tell you about Robert. Robert is 67. He worked for 40 years, a steady job, a good man, did everything right. He retired 2 years back and began collecting his Social Security and his Medicare. He's cautious with money. He reads his mail. He believed he had it all figured out. When Robert heard about the 2.8% increase for 2026, he felt encouraged. He sat down and prepared his budget for the new year, relying on that full raise, a little extra for groceries, a little extra for his grandchildren. But here's where Robert slipped up. 2 things got past him. First, he forgot that his Medicare premium comes straight out of his Social Security payment. So when the Medicare cost climbed, it cut into his raise before the money ever arrived in his bank. His raise was real, but it was smaller than he expected. His budget was already wrong. And second, this is the part that truly stung. Robert had retired. His income had fallen a great deal. But the government was still billing him a higher Medicare premium based on his OLD income from 2 years earlier, back when he was still working and earning much more. Robert didn't realize there was a form he could submit to correct this. So month after month, he paid hundreds of dollars more than he should have. Money he absolutely did not need to lose. Robert didn't violate any rules. He simply didn't know the rules. And that's precisely the trap I want to keep you away from today. All right, let's slow down and examine the actual numbers, straight from the source. No rumors here. Everything I'm about to share with you comes from the Social Security Administration and Medicare's own published documents. First, the raise itself. For 2026, the official cost of living adjustment, the COLA, is 2.8%. That's verified right here on the Social Security website. It began with the payments going out in January 2026, and it affects nearly 71 million people. Now here's what 2.8% really means in actual dollars. According to Social Security's own table, the average retired worker's check rises from roughly $2,015 to $2,071. That's an increase of around $56 a month. $56. Keep that number in your mind. Now, here's where your raise goes. This is the Medicare website. In 2026, the standard Medicare Part B premium rose to $202.90 a month. Last year, it was $185. That's an increase of nearly $18 a month, about a 9.6% jump. And for most of you, that Medicare premium comes directly out of your Social Security check, automatically, before the money ever reaches your bank. So let's work through the honest math together. $56 in raise minus nearly $18 for the higher Medicare premium leaves you with roughly $38 of genuine new money. Now, let me be straight with you, because I will never overstate things to frighten you. For the average retiree, the Medicare increase consumes about a third of your raise. But, and this matters, if your benefit is smaller than average, say a check nearer to $600 or $700, that same $18 increase can absorb half of your raise or even more. So that headline you've been hearing about losing half your raise? For millions of lower benefit seniors, that is completely true. Now here's the part I really want you to hear, so you don't panic. Your Social Security check is not being reduced. For most people, it is still climbing, just by less than you hoped. There's a federal protection known as the Hold Harmless provision. This is built directly into the Social Security Act. It protects roughly 70% of beneficiaries. In plain language, it ensures your net check can't actually go down from one year to the next merely because Medicare costs rose. Your raise can shrink, but your check is shielded from falling. That's the good news. Now here's the trap that caught Robert, and it could be costing some of you a fortune. If you have a higher income, you don't pay that standard $202.90. You pay more. It's called IRMAA, the Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. Here's the catch that surprises so many retirees. Medicare reviews your tax return from 2 years earlier to set your premium. So your 2026 premium is based on your 2024 income. If you were still working in 2024 and earning well, but you've since retired and your income dropped, Medicare may still be billing you the high rate. At the very top, that surcharge can push your premium all the way up to nearly $690 a month. That was Robert's mistake, and here's how you avoid it. So let's turn all of this into action. 3 simple steps. Write these down. Step 1. Check your real January number, not the headline. Don't simply rely on the 2.8% you heard on TV. Sign into your official My Social Security account at ssa.gov or read the benefit notice they mailed you. Look at the actual net dollar amount arriving in your bank after the Medicare deduction. Then build your 2026 budget around that real number, not the larger one you pictured. Step 2. If your income has fallen, file Form SSA-44. This is the step that could save some of you hundreds of dollars a month. If you've experienced a major life change, you retired, you stopped working, you lost a spouse, you got divorced, or your pension changed, you can submit Form SSA-44 with Social Security. It asks them to use your newer, lower income instead of that 2-year-old return. This can reduce or even eliminate that extra Medicare surcharge. You can find it at ssa.gov/forms. Step 3. Keep your documents and verify before you act. Keep copies of your tax returns, your benefit notices, and any Medicare letters in one safe folder. And before you make any change to your benefits, call the official Social Security number, 1-800-772-1213, or use the official websites. Never act on a rumor and never share your information with anyone who phones you out of the blue. Those 3 steps protect your money and protect your peace of mind. Now, before you go, I want to be honest with you about something important. These rules shift every single year. The COLA changes, the Medicare premium changes, the income brackets change, and YouTube doesn't always surface my videos in time, even when you're subscribed. The notification bell isn't dependable, and that means you could miss a vital update that affects your money. So here's what I'd suggest you do. Look in the description below this video. There's a link to join our free community of seniors who refuse to be caught off guard. When you join, you can download our free Senior Benefits Protection Guide, a simple checklist that walks you through everything we covered today, plus the forms and phone numbers you need. And you'll receive plain language updates whenever something important changes with Social Security, Medicare, pensions, or your benefits. So you always hear it from a real person who explains it clearly. We never ask for your Social Security number, banking details, or any payment. You worked your entire life for these benefits. You deserve to understand them, and you deserve to keep every dollar that's yours. So check your January payment today. File that form if your income dropped, and join us so you never miss what matters. I'm Edward. Take care of yourself, take care of your money, and I'll see you in the next one.